Yeah, we can just go to questions. We're playing a really good team tomorrow. I'll start with that. He's doing better. He, limited him in practice today. Still not 100%, but he's doing a lot better than he was. Kind of scary what he was going through, just how he, as the day went on, he really wore down and progressively got worse. So, Sam, I mean, the kid's a warrior, and, it has to be something really serious for him to miss a game like that. But the next morning he woke up, felt a little bit better, and then he progressively got better throughout the day. So, it's good to have him back out there, and we'll see how he does overnight, but hopefully we'll get him back on the floor.
Any worry about anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a little something right now. Most of it's head and in congestion, where Sam's was more, just overall body, and, he was in a lot of pain and very nauseous pretty much all throughout the day. So his was a little bit different version, I think, of what everybody else has right now. But, listen, everybody's going through this. It's just that time of year.
I guess you're going to need all hands on deck for Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary team. They're number one in the nation in offensive efficiency, and they get 40% of their misses. So glass is going to be huge. They're so physical and so big. And they, obviously when you're playing through Edey, I think he's the most dominant player in the country right now. So, he just puts you in such a difficult position based on different coverages, and they can all shoot. They do a great job spreading the floor. They have great spacing, and they run their stuff with so much purpose and pace. The first 15 possessions against Minnesota, they ran 14 different plays. So it's not one of those game plans where you can, scheme for every play that they're putting out there. They run too much. So, it's about concepts. It's about going out there, playing hard and playing physical. And if you do that, you give yourself a chance. If not, it's going to be a really long day.
How do you keep your guys' minds right ahead of tomorrow?
I've talked a lot about this group, just how much I love what they're all about and how much I love coaching them and how they bring it every single day. And listen, getting hopefully healthy tomorrow. I mean, Derek and Sam have only been on the floor together for 4 games this year out of the 10 that we've played. So, they're still getting used to each other. We've found a formula against Creighton to get those two really in a 2-man game with the side of the floor cleared, and a lot of good things happen, and that just kind of happened on the fly. So, we prepped for Indiana with a lot of the same things, and then we find out shortly before the game Sam's not going to be there. So you have to completely adjust and come up with a new plan, and obviously we did not get off to a good start. I was really pleased at how that team kept fighting and kept battling, and that's what this group is made of. They're a team that's not going to quit, and second half we did a lot of really good things, especially offensively against one of the best defensive teams in the country, to go out there and play very efficient. We had a 50% half, and made a couple really nice runs to get ourselves back in that game. Took 4 charges, and I thought had a couple others that very easily could have been called. So, again, that's what it takes in this league. You have to go out and play dirty and, not cheap, but you have to get dirty and grimy sometimes. And I thought our team did that, and climbing back into that game against Indiana. Purdue, again, the size, what Edey has done and the amount of minutes he can play, playing 34, 35 minutes a game with his size is so impressive what he's been able to do. The kid's got incredible stamina. And like I said, he's one of the most difficult players to prepare for just because of his size. Last year when we played him, Derek had 2 fouls. They were in the bonus before the first media timeout in both halves, which I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but that's what they do to you with their physicality. So, we said it. It's going to take everybody. Maybe some guys that haven't been out there much are going to have opportunities to go out there and take their turn just because of what he does and how they wear you down on the defensive end.
I know you guys have faced Zach Edey before, but in your careers, how unique of a challenge is he, given how big he is and how skilled?
Yeah, he's really worked on every aspect of his game, and with the size that he has, he can see over top of you, obviously. You bring multiple defenders, it doesn't bother him just because he can see over the top. And when that shot goes up, if you don't hit him, you're going to be under the rim. And, again, he's got the length to go in there and finish over top, whatever happens. And, again, Matt runs great stuff for him, for their bigs. And, back last couple years, it was 20 minutes. Travion was playing 20, and Edey was playing 20. Now, it's the Edey show. And he's, again, the efficiency he's playing with and the numbers he's putting up are incredibly impressive. I think he's as dominant a player as there is in this game.
Have you seen those freshman guards fit
Yeah, again, you got two guys that can really shoot it, and you got toughness in both of them. And I'm good friends with Fletcher's dad, and his brother Foster played with my son Jack for several years, and they're close and good buddies from their days at Michigan State. So I've known the family, and the kid, he's a flamethrower on the perimeter, and shooting the ball really well. And again, that all has to do, I think, with Edey because of the attention that he draws. And I've been really impressed with Smith. I think his ability to get downhill, he's tough, he guards, he leads them in steals, and he's third in that team in offensive rebounds. So they've got great toughness with their freshman guards, and the system that they run, they fit in very well.
It was CJ, 3 games ago he went 5-11, 14 points, then 1 of 7, and then 7 of 13. How critical is it to get consistency out of him, just given the shooting makeup of the team?
Yeah, I think the reason CJ got good looks is because our movement was so good in the second half. And the first half, I thought we just were a little stuck in mud early and stagnant. And once we got moving and cutting, playing through Derek, who's one of the better passers at his position in the league. And once we got the movement going, he got some shots. Casey finally got a couple open ones there towards the last part of the game. But yeah, CJ is a huge part of this team. And the thing I'm really pleased with him is how much he's able to play more sustained minutes for what he did with his body in the offseason. And, when he got it going, he really got us back in that game. But it was good to see the movement. It wasn't anything specific. We didn't call a ton of actions for him. It was just the movement that we had that were able to loosen him up a little bit.
Fred, it's not every week that a top 10 player comes in here. What's your message to the fans knowing that you guys are going to need them to help you out on Saturday?
Well, it is every week that we seem like we play a top 10 team. Every game, I think we've played, I saw this stat the other day that we played against more quad one teams than any other Power 5 team in the country. So, we're playing a great schedule against great teams, and I know our fans will be here for us in this game tomorrow. And, I think, as I talked about early with this group, it's a team that our fan base can really rally behind because of how much they compete, how hard they play every time they step on the floor. Boston College was awesome. Our fans were terrific in that game. And, I think getting the big win that we did last Sunday, it generated a lot of interest. That's just how those big games go. And again, this team, I've gotten a lot of messages, former players, a lot of people in the community just saying how much, even Indiana, how much they appreciated that team and how hard they fought. So, we appreciate tomorrow. I'm going to buy some pizza for the students before the game and, get here early, be loud, and we're certainly going to need them against this team that we're playing.